So here we are on a wet and windy day out there, but a fantastic atmosphere in the Art House, creative coffee shop. I'm with Lucy Hancock, who began this business some 4 years ago. Lucy, you're a coffee shop with a twist, aren't you? So tell us how the business came about and what the twist is, how you do things differently.
Yeah, well, I wanted to create a family-friendly venue in Eastbourne that served fresh food, and also just had something different to do as well. So here we offer lots of art classes, pottery painting. We used to offer children's parties, hen parties, lots of social events that people would come together and meet up.
So you really were a business before the pandemic that thrived on people.
Yes.
And I can see, although the viewers can't see this at the moment, that even today, with some very Christmas decorations, which I'm demolishing, with some very good distancing here, with Christmas trees between tables, you're still very, very busy. But it's been a tough old ride, hasn't it, in terms of keeping that going?
Yes, I mean, since we went into the first lockdown, we've had to be extremely creative here as to ways to make sure that the business has kept going. We were only closed, we've only been closed for 3 weeks this year, and that was the first 3 weeks during the lockdown. And then after that we were open 1 day a week, where we did a delivery Friday, so we were delivering food out to people, cakes, and that really grew the sort of 3 months we were closed for. We covered Father's Day, we did over 100 afternoon teas to people, VE Day, we just kind of just kept going, offered pottery painting at home. So when we went into the second lockdown, we had more of an idea as to which direction we were going to go and keep going. Obviously the weather changed, so we were entering November, where people were inside a lot more, and pottery painting has been really, really popular. So instead of people coming here to pottery paint, they're now collecting their items and painting them at home, and then just dropping them back here for us to fire and glaze them. And that's been great, because as people have been coming in, picking food up, dropping the pottery back, picking more food up, so it's worked really, really well in the last lockdown in November.
So you really lived up to your name of being creative during that first lockdown and continue since. And I think you were telling me earlier, Lucy, that one of the really cherished things for you was how loyal your customer base has tried to be to you.
Oh, our customers have been absolutely fantastic. I cannot stress what support we've received here. Even in October we were fully booked for nearly all of our events in December, and the majority of people have transferred their bookings over as soon as we go to Tier 1, where we're able to reopen. We're quite a very social venue here. We have lots of households that come here to meet up together. That's the point of this cafe. It's a social place for people to come and meet friends and meet up in the evening.
Excuse any slight interruption, because this is a busy coffee shop even in this period. So
there's more than a coffee shop or a cafe.
And there's so much happening around us, and you can hear the buzz of that. Tell me, Lucy, you also I think you're on Marcus Rashford's Christmas card list this year.
Possibly.
Many people will know the story, but just tell us how that came about during the school meals debate back in October.
Yeah, it was in October. I woke up one morning and saw the government had rejected funding for children to actually, children that were in need, that received free school lunches, and just felt it was wrong. So decided that we would offer the school lunches ourselves. But just the support that came in, so many messages of people giving money, wanting to help, other businesses donating food, so we could actually put a really nice lunch together with handmade cakes, food that we would serve here in the cafe, not something that was a handout. It was something that was nice. And we were doing 50 to 60 lunches a day.
50 to 60 a day?
Yeah. And then on top of that, so many people wanted to donate. We just set up a link for the food bank, the local food bank, because obviously they do it every day. And the money raised is nearly £1,000 just from what happened in October.
So the cafe here sits in Grove Road in Eastbourne, Little Chelsea. There's a good community feeling here, and that was obviously enhanced during that period. But it's true, isn't it? There's a lot of comradeship.
Yeah. Well, the art house has been highly involved in organising and running events here. So even during October we did a free pumpkin trail that we run in conjunction with the bid, where children just come and look around the shop windows and find pumpkins and come to us and they get free sweets. Last year we did Easter bunny hunts. We did a summer food and arts festival, obviously not this summer, but the previous summer. We've always been a big part of the community here, and I think that's why obviously people are really supporting us when they need to shop local. People are definitely coming here daily. I'm receiving people coming in, just saying what a good job we're doing, and it makes it all worthwhile.
Of course, sadly, no Little Chelsea Christmas this year, but still lots happening. I think within your cafe as well. But the streets are looking great. The lighting's looking good.
We've got our elf in the window.
Yes,
As part of elf in the shelf.
just behind me. If you had a message to people out there, clearly you've got your loyal customer base. But if you had a message to the people of Eastbourne this Christmas, it would be what, Lucy?
I would say shop local. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And I think people, particularly this year, more than ever, really need to look at their favourite restaurant, their favourite coffee shop, their favourite place in Eastbourne, and think, I'm going to support you.
Yeah, I think that's a great message. And here we are in early December. We've just now come out of the second period of lockdown. These are pretty critical weeks, aren't they, for many of the smaller businesses, particularly in Little Chelsea?
I think particularly in hospitality. You know, placing Eastbourne in tier 2 is strangling hospitality here in Eastbourne, especially when the rates are so low. They've been going down, where the rate that we're at now is lower than when we went into lockdown. I think no one had any idea we would be coming out of lockdown in a higher tier than when we went in. December is a prime month for hospitality to actually make money, so it carries them over for the months January and February, which is quite poor. The way that we're going to actually combat it here is we're keeping all our Christmas decorations up for January and transferring all of our events over, because no one can meet up inside. So that's why we've gone to town a bit this year inside, to make it very festive and also try and keep it like this as long as possible, so we can celebrate the events in December that we were meant to be hosting in January instead.
I have to say, you can't see it on film here, but the cafe looks absolutely great. It's incredible atmosphere, beautiful decks. If you had a Christmas wish then, Lucy, what would it be?
Just for people just to keep supporting the local businesses in Eastbourne. Every time you spend money, just think, could I spend that locally instead?
That's a great message. And as we speak, of course, we're in a week where there's been news of a vaccine now, which is approved. Hopefully there's better times to come for the town centre, for all businesses, as we enter the new year.
I'm sure there is. I think you've just got to shrink, ride the storm out, and then grow again when the time is right.
And rely on your great customers.
Oh yeah, I mean our customers here, our customers have been amazing. Especially one's coming in the door.
Yeah. As we're speaking, somebody else comes in the door, which is great news. Lucy, good luck. Wish you a happy Christmas, and let's hope your customers, and I'm sure they will, support you as they have. Thank you.
Thank you.